What's up, YouTube? Curtis Joseph back again with another video. Please like, share, sub if you haven't already. Be sure to hit the notification bell. That way you know every time I upload. And when you feel led, head on over to Patreon. Support me there so you can start digging a lot deeper in regard to cultivating your own personal power. And if you're looking for some of the best occult teaching on the face of the effing planet, if you're looking for consultation packages, the one-on-one apprentice course, the upcoming Tarot Inner Gates course. If you're looking for handcrafted, custom-made, fixed ritual candles, fetishes, anything like that, any questions in regard to the occult in general at all, maybe you want to see a video done, you're going to find an email in the description box. Contact me there with any questions, and I'll get you some answers, all right? So we're going to do a little collective reading today. I just got done doing a reading for Patreon, and it was interesting. It went well. We got some practical insight that everybody needs over there. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on over here. I'll tell you what I want to do, actually. Start off with some scrying. And then through synchronicity, I'll choose a tarot deck or two. Mighty Dragon. Open the Dracontia from within. Open up the eyes to see. Open up my ears to hear. I call upon the ancestral guidance and spiritual watchers of my collective to help me to interpret the messages properly for their benefit. I ask that you would protect this reading and all who I am reading for. Protect the messages and their integrity to make sure that they remain positive, uplifting, that they may guide this collective audience towards the greater good of all. Draconis, Draconis, Draconis. Take a pause. Stop and think. Don't be impulsive. I'm seeing the toad again. I saw that symbol scrying in Patreon. Saw it from above. Now I'm seeing the face of the toad. The toad traditionally is a sign of the devil. Seeing waves, an ocean. This could symbolize the abyss. Someone tried to cross the abyss over Samhain and failed. Ooh, someone's just been messing with stuff. You've been real impulsive. Look, guys, I don't know. This is for a cross watcher, most likely. But you've been impossibly impulsive. Like doing the stupidest shit. Doing anything to get results to work against somebody, man. Like sacrificing animals and shit. You have no idea what you're doing. You're just doing it out of desperation and ego. That's crazy. You need to slow your roll, homeboy, whoever you are. Yeah, trying to cause pain. Hurt people hurt people. Who hurt you? God. Mad because mommy spanked you? What the? My God. Fuck. A kite. Yeah, go fly a kite. Kick rocks, dude. Yeah. Your fiery darts and arrows will not hit their mark. Pyramid, Why is that important? Cube. This could represent Saturn. Pyramid. Geometry. Structure. Okay. What's going on? King of Cups. Prince Stephen III of Moldavia. This King of Cups is interesting because the King of Cups is also holding the sword. The sword is held downward. This reminds me of a ritual that was performed as a traditional witch called the Great Rite. This is done literally within some covens. Ours, it was done literally. But in public rituals, the Great Rite is performed symbolically with the athame and the chalice. The athame is placed within the open womb of the chalice to symbolically represent the unity, the yoga of priest and priestess that equals the one divine force we call the dragon, right? But there's a separation here. A separation in an intimate relationship. Division. Wall being built, put up. I don't know if it's intentional or what. Dig deeper. What just came out? Seven of Coins and Judgment. Bad karma. This division in this intimate relationship is all bad karma. Past trauma affecting the current moment. That's what karma is. There's a lot of people within the occult that say they don't believe in karma. They speak about dharma all day, though. That doesn't make any sense. That's like Christians saying they believe in God, but they don't believe in Satan. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. That doesn't make any logical sense. But some sort of past trauma prevents you from living now in an authentic way. You're still messed up by past traumas. So this is creating divisions in your current relationships. And it's almost like you feel like it's a chore. You know what I mean? It's a chore. That's my deal with intimacy directly. Sex feels like a chore. Who knows? It's unfortunate. I mean, I gotta be honest, guys, I don't give a shit. Ain't none of my business. Page of Wands. Page of Stakes, I should say. You know, exoterically on the surface, there seems to be this division between the male and female principle, the separation, but because of the energy of this page of stakes, this guy is the chief falconer, Hamza Bey, right? A falconer. It's like there's a mental connection, though. This falconer can connect almost telepathically. There's a telepathic connection, despite how this relationship seems to be unfolding physically. Um, Intuitively, that's not necessarily a good or bad thing. It can work either way. So we're going to have to gain some further insight here. Ooh, 3 of stakes. Hmm. You might be afraid. This chief falconer energy. I don't know if the telepathic connection is real. It might be something you perceive, like you're worried they're going to pick up on your thoughts. You're worried that you're going to get into trouble. Like, it's weird. God, humans are so petty. This is why I don't do tarot usually, guys. I'm trying to do this for my collective. This is one of the reasons I don't. It forces me to look at humanity. But fear no one. Be intimidated by no one. Don't take shit from anybody. Pussy ain't everything, dude. Like, don't feel like this. You need to love yourself more. Whatever's going on here, it's not healthy. I don't even know what's going on, man. High Priestess. This is your energy. This is your energy. Whether you're male, female, it doesn't matter. This High Priestess energy surpasses all of the court cards. There is not a king, a queen, not Vlad the Impaler himself, that has authority over the High Priestess. This is an archetypal force of the cosmos, man. Like, you should not be intimidated by anybody. As a matter of fact, this 3 of stakes, okay, this seems to be what you are intimidated by. This is the very trident that you wield. It's a divine weapon. It's not something you should fear. You've been programmed to fear it. This is all through psychological warfare. This keeps coming up, man. There must be a lot of that shit going on right now. I guess it's been happening to the collective for hundreds, thousands of years. So I get it. I get it. The Hermit. You have been accepting this separation. High Priestess energy or not, you just go away. You just stay out of the way so that you can be alone and be at peace. People might see you as strange because of it, but you are content. That's the thing, because you are the one who is in power here. This energy here seems to be disappointed about this division and polar opposites, right? You just embrace it. You just embrace it. Okay. Go big or go home. Like, if this separation is going to occur, I'm going to put myself in this dungeon and learn to like it. Must be students of mine. Opposition is opportunity, right? It sounds like something I would do. Huh. Knight of Coins. The dragon on these coins. You hold value in divinity and divine providence. You find that within, and you find that in moments of silence. And so that is where you are comfortable. That is where you stay. The chains don't upset you. The rats, the opposition, the people in your life. You observe them almost as one who proclaims moment by moment, I live in the world, but I am not of the world. Let's get some clarification out of this Oracle deck. Dang, there's some big ass cards. Yeah, radical self acceptance. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself. See, the exoteric nature of this Hermit card, it's just that, it's exoteric. You're inside. Sure, there's rats in your jail cell, bars on this cage. But even though your eyes are open, that's not what you see. You are looking inward and seeing inescapable beauty that can't be denied. You are literally not here. And I've got to be honest, that's a good thing. That's where I'd prefer to be. It's not a good place to be because we need to be here. Clarity begins in the eye of the storm. Circles. Mm. That inner plane, you keep trying to go deeper because that's the eye of the storm. You understand this principle, as within, so without, right? So all of this division, all of this tension, all of this conflict and shit, you're like, no, I gotta go in, shift this around to create that change. And you're doing it. Everything outside of you as a result is stressing over it. It is not happy over it. Assistance with access. Yeah. Connect with the dragon, guys. Connect with divinity. When I say the dragon, understand that this is a blanket term for divinity. There is no prejudice here. Divinity is the Alpha and Omega. All gods, goddesses, angels, demons, they're all scales on the body of the one dragon, the monad. You need assistance on these inward planes. You need to start understanding that instead of seeing, you need to understand that divine will, the will of God, the will of the dragon, and your true will, these are synonymous. You are in this fantastical realm trying to find this fantastical you, find the fantastical divine within you. Okay, encounter divinity from within, encounter the dragon from within, and then this hermit energy is going to morph and transform into this radical self-acceptance energy, right? And this is going to occur in the circle. You've got to get in the circle and start taking steps through ritual in order to cultivate this, right? Because this radical self-acceptance is really the same energy as this high priestess right here. It's the same sort of energy. It's the same sort of authority. It's the same sort of power. You know, I've went through this myself. People being very judgmental in regard to how I am as a person and trying to imply that that somehow makes me unqualified to do all of the things that I do. Like, I'm obviously qualified because I do these things, and I'm really very good at all of it. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. So you need to be looking for the divine to go deeper, to find that peace. Because once you find that peace, the division in this relationship is going to close. It's going to fix itself. This might be a toxic situation now. It doesn't necessarily have to stay that way, though. Okay? Yeah. Renewal. Regeneration begins with decay. Opposition is opportunity. Right? Yoga. Union. Listen, apotheosis and theosis are one and the same. Albedo, negrido, these are the same process of rubido. You've got to exercise this so that it can make itself manifest in this relationship and get it back to its wholeness. You got to make yourself whole, as within, so without. It's this internal tension, this internal conflict that is causing this. And listen, do the work. How this person responds, it's going to dictate what you do in life. the decisions that you make. That's why it's important for you to go through with this process. Because you got to come to know truth and act on it accordingly. Don't waste your life. Understand that you have to cultivate love in your life. It has to be able to be authentically expressed in the moment. And you have to feel joy at home. You have to feel peace at home. This is what's best for everybody. It doesn't always exist. We have to sometimes go out of our way to cultivate it. Just because it doesn't always exist doesn't mean you are a failure as a family, as a mother, as a father, as a brother, as a sister, as a son. It doesn't mean that. We all go through ups and downs. Sometimes we have to go out of our way to really impose that wholeness, that harmony. All right, guys? You got this. I believe in you. In perfect love and perfect trust. Devour, destroy, become or be crushed. Curtis Joseph, signing out.